Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. August is technically still summer, so I was racking my brain on what other summer movies there are out there. Considering I watched a lot of like Disney and Nickelodeon like teen style movies, I was like, maybe I should watch something that's like not teen related this time. And with summer literally in the title of the movie, I decided on 500 Days of Summer. I have never watched this movie. This is actually one of my best friend's favorite movie way back in high school. I do not think it's their favorite movie anymore. This movie has gone through an interesting journey. I remember a lot of people were bashing on Zooey Deschanel's character and how she was like leading him on or whatever. And over the years, the opinions have actually shifted. And now people are saying like, oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character was the problem. That's as much background knowledge as I know. I just know that like these characters meet, I think they date, and then they like don't end up together. I think Zooey Deschanel's character is characterized as manic pixie dream girl. I think so. I think she's like one of the examples of that trope, which makes a lot of sense in why this was my best friend's favorite movie. They wanted to be the manic pixie dream girl. I'm interested to see how I will interpret it. We shall see. Without further ado, let's get started on 500 Days of Summer. Interesting that...
Grew up believing that he'd never truly be happy until the day he met the one. This belief stemmed from early exposure to sad British pop music and a total misreading of the movie The Graduate. The girl did not share this belief.
Okay, coming off to a strong start.
Tom meets Summer on January 8th. He knows almost immediately. She's who he's been searching for. You should know up front, this is not a love story.
Oh, I already know. Also, you do not need to be in a relationship to be truly happy. I always think of romantic relationships as like a supplement to your life. I feel like people should be okay being by themselves. It's not wrong to like want a romantic partner, but you shouldn't rely on that partner to provide you happiness. They're supposed to be like an added bonus to your life, you know? Of course, I didn't always think that way. I was kind of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. When I was younger, I used to think like, oh, I feel like life has no meaning unless I have, you know, the one. And that was due to like years of watching a lot of romance movies, watching couples and TV shows and all that. Honestly, it really kind of damaged my self-esteem because growing up, I grew up in a really predominantly white community, and being, you know, Asian, no one really liked me like that. I was like, damn, am I just unlovable? You know, I got older, I had a few romantic encounters or whatever, and I was like, this isn't how it's cracked up to be. It's not like in the movies.
We know who else to call.
He did the right thing. Now where is he?
Oh my gosh! I didn't know... Oh, shoot. The actor's name is Matthew, right? Matthew... from Criminal Minds. Also, Chloe... Okay, well, I didn't know they were in this movie.
Things were going so well.
Aw, a little date to IKEA? How romantic.
I think we should stop seeing each other. I mean, is this normal?
No, I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
You know, maybe she was just in a bad mood.
Yeah, maybe like a hormonal thing.
I don't want to get over her. I want to get it back.
I mean, it sucks getting broken up with, and like, as much as you can search for why she did it, she has every right to break up with you, regardless of the reason. If someone doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore, they're entitled to leave. You can't force someone to be with you.
Summer Finn was a woman, just another girl, except she wasn't. Summer's employment at the Daily Freeze during her sophomore year coincided with an inexplicable 212% increase in revenue.
Okay. She just has that charm about her that makes things better for everyone around her. Wow. So really is the manic pixie dream girl.
I hear she's a bitch. Patel tried to talk to her in the coffee room. She's totally not having it. Maybe she was just in a hurry. And maybe she's an uppity, better than everyone super skank. Why is it pretty girls think they can treat people like crap and get away with it? Centuries of reinforcement.
Well, you haven't even talked to her personally.
I love the Smiths.
Sorry?
I said I love the Smiths. To die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. I love them.
Oh wow, he fell in love right away. Oh, his friend was reaching out for that cup.
I studied to be an architect, actually.
What happened there?
Didn't work out. I needed a job, and here we are.
It'd be like that.
Wrote this one.
Today, you're a man. Mazel tov on your bar mitzvah. meant as an architect.
That's a shitty greeting card. Oh wow, that's a jump.
I'm in love with Summer. I love how she makes me feel. Like life is worth it.
Ooh, that's kind of heavy.
Just because some cute girl likes the same bizarro crap you do, that doesn't make her your soulmate, Tom.
Wow, this kid has more sense than him.
How's your weekend?
It was good.
She said it was good. Emphasis on the good. She basically said she spent the weekend having sex with some guy she met at the gym. Skank, whatever.
That was overanalyzation, but like irrationally.
Did she say hey instead of hi? I mean, because you know that means she's a lesbian, right?
Huh? Is he joking?
I'm going to the supply room. Do you guys need anything?
I think you know what I need. Toner?
Okay, sure, no problem.
Why'd that make me nauseous? Oh my god, why did he say that? Bro, put some headphones in. No one wants to hear your music. Bro, you are a workplace distraction.
Whatever, man.
Wow, the song choice.
Hi. They said you weren't coming.
You asked if I was...
Okay, so far everything is from his point of view, so we already have a biased narrator. There are so many moments where he's staring at her and he looks like he's falling in love. He's getting a little obsessed.
So you have a boyfriend?
No. I like being on my own. Relationships are messy and people's feelings.
I feel you, girl.
What happens if you fall in love?
You don't believe that, do you? There's no such thing as love, it's fantasy.
Ooh. They already have different ideals in love.
I think you know when you feel it.
What, he's gonna try to change your mind? Well, we already saw in the future that she, like, wanted to break up with him, so.
He likes you. Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, of course I like you.
As friends?
Right, as friends.
Well, in that way.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't offer to walk her home. Maybe it would have came on too strong.
So that was fun the other night.
Oh. Oh, at work? Oh, so romantic. Right next to the copy machine. Oh, wow. They are getting in it. Wait, she didn't grab the paper that was in the copy machine. She left the original copy.
You son of a bitch. The same girl you've been obsessing over for weeks now? You were essentially stalking her.
Oh, she's there.
Yeah, I'm stalking. I mean, I'm starving.
All of our sinks are broken.
Oh, she is tired of him.
What are we looking for again?
Trivets?
Smells delicious.
Oh, honey, that's because it is delicious. I made it myself.
Oh, they're such a quirky little couple. Damn, where are the IKEA workers? They're supposed to kick you off, bro. In the IKEA?
There's a Chinese family in our bathroom.
What the fuck? I just know that family was gossiping among themselves.
I'm not really looking for anything serious. Because some people kind of freak out when they hear that.
Not me. Casual. Right? Take it slow.
He is kidding himself. Oh man, I already see where it's going. He's gonna put way too much into this relationship, even though she said she wanted to keep it casual. We've all been there, dude. I get it.
She wants to keep it casual, which is why she's in my bed right now. But that's casual, and that's what casual people do.
This man does not know what casual is. Oh, damn. She went for it. This is kind of reminiscent of the scene from The Graduate. Did they do that on purpose? Wow, he gets laid and he's doing... Bro, that's so funny. Life is going so well for him. The power of sex. Please. See, that's how you know this is a unreliable narrator, because this is all happening in his head. Out of everything that would happen in this movie, I did not think a little dance montage flash mob was gonna happen. Okay. He's so happy he's basically in a Disney movie. Interesting how they do the back and forth with the past and then the future, instead of just starting from the beginning into the present.
You know, Henry Miller said the best way to get over a woman is to turn her into literature.
That guy had a lot more sex than me.
What, were you a virgin until her?
So great to hear from you. I can't this week, but maybe next. I hope this means you're ready to be friends.
Ooh, the echo on Friends. That's his worst nightmare.
Come on, I love Ringo Starr.
Nobody loves Ringo Starr.
That's what I love about him.
Oh, she goes for the unlovable, huh? So him? Oh, the way that he grabbed onto that bar, it's gonna break. Oh.
This is my favorite spot. There's a lot of beautiful stuff here too, though. Wish people would notice it more. If it were me, I don't know, like I'd make them notice.
How would you make them notice?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff you could do.
What is he saying? He's just saying shit.
You want me to draw you something?
Use my arm, please. I need a tattoo.
This couple's so cheesy. Oh wow, what the? How did you do that on an arm?
It's kind of messy.
That's okay.
Wow, it really is her to have that wallpaper.
Have you ever been in a tornado?
Ew, put it away, put it away.
No, I dream sometimes about flying. And the terrain starts to get really rocky and steep.
This does feel a little intimate though. The lines of being casual is definitely getting blurred.
So what are you exactly?
I don't know.
Are you her boyfriend?
It's not that simple. We're adults. We know how we feel. We don't need to put labels on it. I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that stuff is... It's really juvenile.
He's trying to convince himself otherwise.
I'm saying you do want to ask her. It's obvious. You're just afraid of getting into you don't want, which will shatter all the illusions about great these past few months have been.
Ooh, this little girl is schooling him when this kid makes more sense than he does.
Summer, I gotta ask you something. What's going on here with us?
I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
Ooh, he said the same thing at the diner. My guy, why are you in the middle of two lanes?
London, 1964. Those girls knew how to dress. Nowadays, it's all these giant sunglasses. Who okayed this?
Some people like it.
Yeah. What?
I like how you dress.
Why are you ragging on other people?
Yo, how's it going?
Okay.
Never seen you here before.
You're not too observant.
It's funny. You're funny.
Oh wow, he is so forward.
So come on, one drink. What are you drinking?
I said no thanks. I'm flattered, but I'm not interested. So why don't you go over there and leave us alone? Thanks.
Handled it well. She handled that well.
It's a free country.
Bro, leave.
Can't believe this is your boyfriend.
Oh. Oh.
It also felt like it was happening really slowly.
Oh no, the look on her face. She did not like that.
You were so completely uncool in there.
Wait, are you mad at me? I just got my ass kicked for you.
Okay, well next time, don't, because I don't need your help, you know?
Yeah, no one told you to punch him.
No, don't pull that with me. This is not how you treat your friend. Kissing in the copy room, shower sex, come on, friends my balls.
I like you, Tom. I just don't want to release...
But you're not the only one that gets to say in this. I do too. And I say what a couple. God damn it.
Side eye.
They're in a situationship. It's funny how this dynamic works, because usually I see a lot of girls being in his position and the guys being like, oh, like I want it to be casual. I don't want something super serious and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it sucks. I get why he's upset, but man, she has outright said like, I don't believe in love. I want things to be casual. It's also kind of on her too, because even though she wants it to be casual, she's not stupid. She can obviously tell that he likes her a lot. And honestly, she should have ended it like a while ago. 250 plus days? That's too long. You need to cut that shit out like the first few months.
We don't have to put a label on it. That's fine. I get it. But, you know, I need some consistency.
Oh, bro. Self-esteem is in the gutter. You guys both want different things. Trying to hold on to something because of just purely feelings, like you feel like you're in love with her, she's not willing to give you that. At some point, you're gonna have to cut your losses, or it's gonna hurt so much more down the line.
I can't give you that. Nobody can. I like you.
She should have ended it.
Do you ever even have a boyfriend?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
You want to know about her exes? That's an easy way to get your feelings hurt, I feel like.
There's Charlie. She was nice, but...
Ooh, okay.
And then there was my semester in Siena, Fernando Bellardelli, also known as the Puma, because, you know.
Whoa, I did not expect that.
What happened? Why didn't they work out?
What always happens? Life.
A little foreshadow.
I'll go first. Penis.
Or are they playing the penis game? Let me go. Penis.
It's the kind of thing you do with the Puma, isn't it?
God, he's one of those people who are like, oh, you used to do this with your ex, huh?
Il est brisé.
Oh, that's him. Oh, I thought he was gonna pop his balloon. Bro, the birds.
Has something happened to you recently?
Oh, is his work performance bad?
Here's something that you wrote last week.
Oh, is it depressing?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Fuck you, whore. Now, you could channel those energies into something like this.
Funerals and sympathy.
Misery, sadness, loss of faith.
Wow.
No reason to live. This is perfect for you.
Oh, no way his boss just said that to him. That was not a productive talk. Wow, I hate how the L looked a lot different than the other letters. That looked so ugly.
I hate summer.
I hate this song!
I normally don't do blind dates, but Paul and Robin spoke very highly of you.
Who is that? Redhead? Redhead? Which one? Which one? Is it Isla Fisher? Amy Adams?
Listen, it's great to meet you, and
Oh,
I just wanted to say up front that this isn't gonna go anywhere.
Oh.
I liked this girl.
oh no. Girl, go home. You do not need to sit through his little breakdown.
I know that she's the only person in the entire universe that will make me happy. Either she's an evil, emotionless, miserable human being, or she's a robot.
Interesting that he blames her and not himself.
She ever take advantage of you in any way?
No,
And she told you up front that she didn't want a boyfriend.
I got a great idea.
This is a horrible blind date. Hard watch. She should have left way earlier. Can't believe she got dragged to karaoke. Is he gonna see Summer?
How are you?
Good.
Good. I wrote to you. I never heard back.
Yeah, let's get coffee.
It's a trap. Don't do it. Don't let yourself fall for her again. Even though he probably still didn't even like fall out of it.
Okay, what else you got?
You snore.
No, I don't. Well, you do too.
Oh, I definitely do.
And your feet reek.
I know they want to be friends, so they're like talking about the times when they were like dating and all that, but he's gonna spiral. My love has come along. Oh. And in his mind, he's like, ooh, and I'm gonna be the one to marry her.
I was gonna maybe have a party on Friday, if you want to come.
I mean, I know exes can be friends after dating, but they need to set some hard boundaries if they actually want to be friends. I know she probably, like, genuinely wants to be friends, but he is, nah. Ooh, the lyrics. At the very beginning, we saw that she had a wedding ring.
He believed that this time his expectations would align with reality.
Oh man, he's about to have a huge wake-up call. I can't wait. I think, like, I do remember watching a clip where she was getting married, or like she was telling him she got married or was getting married. I don't know.
You're tired. How you doing?
Oh, he expected to be the only one there.
So, Tom, what is it that you do?
I write greeting cards. Why make something disposable, like a building, when you can make something that lasts forever? Like a greeting card.
Wow, he thinks he's so funny. What is he saying? Ooh. Ooh, I love that. The split screen. Ooh, she's showing a ring. Ooh. Well, it is what it is. You're a different kind of rock bottom when you leave the house in a bathrobe.
Come on, let's go. It's Thursday.
Oh, did he not do any of his work?
This one says, go for it. We have a whole line of inspirational photographic cards featuring Pickles, my cat.
We haven't heard from Sympathy in a while. Do you have anything to contribute?
Oh, he's gonna get fired.
Go for it and you can do it. That's not inspirational, that's suicidal. I mean, if Pickles goes for it right there, that's a dead cat.
How about congratulations on your new baby? Guess that's it for hanging out. Nice knowing you.
Sit down, Hanson.
Oh, he's having a breakdown again.
What does that even mean? Love. You know?
Oh, he's gotten jaded.
It's these cards, and the movies and the pop songs, they're to blame for the lies and the heartache, everything. Words like love, that don't mean anything.
I mean, he kind of has a point with the media. Like I said before, it really can mess you up when you have these really high expectations of like what love and romantic relationships should be like through movies and media and all that. With the card company, I don't know. A little bit of a stretch there. He's projecting a little bit.
I know you think that she was the one. Now I think you're just remembering the good stuff. Next time.
Is she his conscience? How's she know? Well, I mean, anyone could have told him that. Honestly, his friends made him delusional too. I mean, when you're like heartbroken over someone, you do tend to remember the good times.
Time it was, and what a time it was, a time of innocence.
Why was she crying at the movie? Did she realize she does not want to be with him? Ooh, ouch.
What do you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna call it a day.
I got it. Pancakes.
Okay, look at that. Now he's going to try to be an architect. Ooh, okay, so she already got married. Damn, she got married pretty fast.
Hey, Tom.
You should have told me. You know, wedding, dancing.
Well, he hadn't asked me yet.
But he was in your life.
Yeah.
So why'd you dance with me?
Because I wanted to.
You never wanted to be anybody's girlfriend, and now you're somebody's wife.
I mean...
It just happened.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what I don't understand. What just happened?
It just means you're not the one.
I just woke up one day and I knew what I was never sure of with you.
Ouch!
Realizing that everything you believe in is complete and utter bullshit, you were right. I should have listened to you.
No. I was sitting in a deli and reading Dorian Gray, and a guy comes up to me and asks me about it, and now he's my husband. What if I'd gone to the movies? What if I had gone somewhere else for...
Oh, I see where she's trying to say. So it's fate. Well, she kind of had the same realization that he had about her.
It just wasn't me that you were right about.
Yeah, man, it sucks to hear, but it's true. The thing about people is that we change.
I really do hope that you're happy.
That's mature of him. I don't know why I suddenly had the urge to start crying. It's a bittersweet ending for sure, but it's actually very realistic. Sometimes the people that you meet and think they're the ones for you, it turns out they aren't, and that's just life. Oh, that building. I've been in that building before. Oh, is this a new woman to hyperfixate on?
My competition.
It would appear.
I hope you, don't get the job.
Do you ever go to Angela's Plaza?
Yes, that's like my favorite spot in the city.
Okay, except for the parking lots, but...
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think I've seen you there.
I haven't seen you.
My guy, you're so interested in summer. Is that Minka Kelly?
I was just wondering if maybe after this, I want to get some coffee or something.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be like, oh, we can celebrate whether or not either of us get the job. That would have been a good pickup line.
My name's Tom.
Nice to meet you. I'm Autumn.
Oh, cool. Of course. Why is he looking at us? Did not need to look at us. Ooh, okay. Day 1 of Autumn. It's a pretty short movie. An hour 35? Perfect length of a movie. Like I mentioned before, a lot of people were on Tom's side when this movie first came out, and then later, more people started to go on Summer's side. I actually think both of them were in the wrong, but also it was none of their faults at the same time. Now let me explain. Tom likes Summer. Summer explicitly says, I don't believe in love, blah, blah, blah. I want to be independent. And she tells Tom straight up, I want this to be casual. I am not interested in a relationship. And he, being the inexperienced person that he is, he's like, yeah, sure. Because he wants to be around Summer. And if they can't be casual, then he won't be able to be around her. Classic scenario. Even from the get-go, I saw it coming for him. When you have a different ideal from the person you have feelings for, it's very likely that it's not going to work out. He wanted their relationship to be like in the movies, essentially. He wanted that one true love moment, and he wanted Summer to be that person. But unfortunately, she was never willing to be that person for him. When you have feelings for someone and they don't want to be with you, it hurts. I get it. But at the same time, Summer did make it clear that she didn't want anything serious. The thing is that once she knew how intense Tom's feelings were, she should have cut it off way sooner. And honestly, her trying to remain friends with Tom messed him up even more. Like I said, exes can be friends. I've seen exes be friends. It's fine. I personally would not. I've never been in a relationship, but from my imagination, I don't think I could be friends with an ex. Sometimes I think people need to have that clean break from one another in order to heal. Summer quit her job. She went somewhere else, but she shouldn't have emailed him. she should have just stayed away. I just feel like her knowing all of this, she should have maintained a clear boundary. But the thing is, this is all in Tom's point of view. So she very well could have established that boundary that he just didn't pick up. We saw the scene of like the little dinner party where he had the expectations and then the reality. Obviously, he expected them to like get back together, and that did not line up to what happened. Kind of on him for that. I think Summer should have thought about it more. She should not have invited him to that little rooftop party. It would have hurt a lot less. But at the end of it, it did give him like that dose of reality, like, oh, you really aren't the person for me, which is like good. I think this movie is really interesting in the way that like, I don't think there's like a good or a bad person. These are just normal people who just weren't aligned with one another. And that's very realistic. People are gonna date people that don't align with them, and you break up, and that's it. And feelings are messy. You can fall for someone who isn't good for you, who doesn't share your same values and blah, blah, blah. And it's gonna hurt when you eventually have to break up because one person or both people are unhappy. Oh, what I wanted to say before, it's kind of like how Tom had the ideals of like, I'm not gonna be happy unless I find the one, you know? And Summer was like the complete opposite. But the thing is that ideals can change. When you get older, you experience more life. Things that you find important may not be important anymore. And things you didn't think were important become important. And so with Summer, she never thought she'd find, you know, the one. She never thought she would settle down and be in a relationship with someone else. Life is just so unpredictable. She somehow managed to find someone that she wants to settle down with, and that's not Tom's fault. Just Tom wasn't the one for her. That's a hard pill to swallow. Summer is entitled to change her mind. It doesn't make her a bad person. Things are just not black and white. You kind of just have to think like, she's not just the love interest, the side character of Tom's world. She has her own thoughts, her own opinions. Like I said, it was a biased narrator. We only saw things from Tom's point of view. So yeah, it was just a messy relationship that ended messy, and it's just unfortunate. But that's just life. Life is messy. Things will not always go your way. Alright, the artistic style of the movie, I thought was interesting. I can very well see why people really like this movie, especially like back in the early 2010s and stuff. Artistically, it was very whimsical, very quirky. The Tumblr girlies were all over it. I get it. Personally, I'm kind of like in the middle, whether or not I like this movie. I like the depiction of a relationship that we knew would not work out from the start and seeing how it pans out. But at the same time, I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm just like not as into. Something I can't really explain. Maybe it'll be clearer to me once I like edit over this video, but yeah. Hi everyone. It took me a couple days, but here I am with my post analysis. I had a bit of time to mull things over, and now I want to discuss some things that I missed in the first watch that I think are important to the overall post analysis that I have, and some opinion changes. So I watched 500 Days of Summer, I would say like 2 weeks ago. I've been on 2 separate trips. During both those trips, I found myself thinking about this movie and thinking about what else I could talk about in the post analysis. I can leave YouTube, but YouTube cannot leave me. First off, I wanted to address this part.
What do you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna call it a day.
I got it. Pancakes.
I totally missed it. When I was editing, I was like, wait a minute. He said, let's go for pancakes. They broke up over pancakes! Like literally the whole movie was leading up to this scene, which I thought was just so interesting. I really like that. And then since that scene happened after they were watching The Graduate, let's go into that. I noticed that The Graduate was referenced quite a bit. So I've never seen The Graduate. The only thing I know about the movie is, you know, the famous scene of Benjamin being like, "You're trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson." So when I saw Summer crying at the end of that movie, I was like, I feel like I'm missing some important context. So on my free time, I went and watched it. It's actually a pretty good movie. The whole point of the movie is that these young kids are feeling a little lost in life, and their parents and other older adults keep badgering them, they're like, what are you doing? Like, you need to figure your shit out. And then those two characters end up rebelling and running away with each other. It leads to that scene that we saw in 500 Days of Summer, the end, where they have that long shot on both their faces where they're like happy that they ran away, but then it slowly turns into them being unsure, like, oh, fuck, did we make a mistake kind of thing? Leaving them like unsure about their future again. Now, I totally understand why Summer was crying. She probably saw so much of herself in those characters. She went into this relationship with Tom not really knowing what she wanted, kind of just like floating through life. But unlike Benjamin and Elaine, Summer eventually did come to the realization that this wasn't what she wanted. She was sure that she wanted to end things with Tom after, you know, watching that movie. Like, she didn't want to end up like them, ending up with someone and then feeling unsure about the decisions that they made. Also, the narrator mentioned that Tom misread The Graduate. I can totally see Tom probably interpreted the ending as like, oh yeah, love triumphs over awe, you know, true love wins, yeah. Which is kind of insane because unless he blacked out during the entire ending scene, how did he not notice their looks of uncertainty? However, that kind of does make sense for Tom's character because he only really sees what he wants to see. Honestly, Tom had some major main character syndrome. He saw Benjamin trying so hard to get Elaine back. Tom was probably like, bet I can do that too. He thought that if he just kept trying, he would eventually get Summer back, or that she would reciprocate. That's pure delusion, my guy. But there were instances where Tom was unsure of himself too, like with his career. I know that in The Graduate, Benjamin, he didn't know what he was doing after graduating, and then he like got a job offer dealing in plastics or whatnot. A little bit similar. Tom, he wanted to be an architect, but then, you know, life got in the way, and then he ended up working at the card company. I think that 500 Days of Summer does do a good job bringing in those parallels with The Graduate as we follow these young adults trying to navigate through this messy relationship. After I watched 500 Days of Summer, I was like reading up on it, and then I read that the director even refers to this movie as more coming of age than rom-com, which I agree with. Rom-com. Where's the comedy? Was the comedy us watching Tom make a fool of himself? So on the same topic of parallels, the movie makes a lot of them between Summer and Tom as well. Like when Summer told Tom, I'm happy, aren't you happy? Conversely, Tom saying the same thing to Summer at the diner where she was breaking up with him. We see another variation of that kind of callback at the karaoke scene where Tom was telling Summer, you'll know you're in love when you feel it kind of thing. And then Summer at the end of the movie, like the final park bench scene, she tells Tom, oh, like, I just woke up one morning and I knew what I wasn't sure with you. It's kind of in the same vein. That's what he felt towards Summer. But Summer said it in terms of like her new husband, where like she knew that she was in love with him, but not with Tom. It really contrasts Tom's fantasies with what is actually happening in reality, which is already such a prevalent theme throughout the whole movie. Alrighty. So here is an opinion that has changed for me. I kind of don't like Tom as much anymore. Well, I never really liked him. I think maybe I was pretty neutral about him. But after watching those scenes again while I was editing, I totally forgot that Tom said some rather misogynistic things. Which is like so weird because like I knew that he said those things. I even reacted to it as you saw previously. So I don't know why I didn't carry those judgments with me throughout the whole movie. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I think I was a bit soft on Tom during the first watch because I knew people's biased opinions about these characters, so I just defaulted on being just like neutral and unbiased and thinking, ah man, these experiences would suck for people in general. But I started to think about him in a way as if I knew a Tom in real life. I was imagining if I got placed into this movie, working at the same card company, and I knew Summer, I knew Tom, and I knew his friend, blah blah blah. How would I react to what was going on, to how Tom was as a person? And in conclusion, I would not like this man. Like at the beginning of the movie when they were talking about Summer and how Tom was saying, how come pretty girls can treat people like shit and get away with it, blah blah blah. Or at that one bar scene where Tom was just going on and on about how like women dress nowadays. and how he didn't like how they were dressing nowadays. I just know someone out there would say, well, those aren't the most egregious comments ever. It was 2009. He was the product of their time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that people aren't capable of changing, you know, unlearning the way that they think for the better and, you know, however, I'm not here to coddle and defend this grown-ass man in this movie. This is a fictional character, okay? I will analyze this man how I want. These small comments are pretty revealing on what his character is like. Like, let's be real. If you were a co-worker and you overheard Tom and his friend talking about Summer the way that they did, red flags would pop up and you would give him a strong side eye. If I was his co-worker, I would be keeping my distance. And woman to woman code, I would be telling Summer what I overheard. He said these comments before they even started dating. He said them during the relationship, and more than likely, he would probably say the comments afterwards too. Like the clothes comment, he said all of that just to say that he liked the way that she dresses. Bringing down other people, bringing down other women to uplift someone else, that's just blech behavior. I said that I wish Summer had ended things earlier because of like boundary issues and everything, but honestly, she should have ended things earlier for herself. She was already unhappy at that point. If I were her, I would have cut my losses after that bar scene. I mean, I probably would have cut my losses before then, but that bar scene, that probably would have been the, what's it called? What's that phrase? It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. That sounds right. I am a literary genius. But, you know, then again, it goes back to the whole, like, boundaries thing, lack thereof with Summer. Honestly, if he didn't meet Autumn at the end of the movie, I wouldn't be surprised if he had turned completely cynical and became even more misogynistic. Especially if he, like, still hung out with those friends of his. Birds of a feather flock together. Posting on Reddit, posting on, like, 4chan, being like,
why don't women want me? I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah, with all of that, Tom became a little unlikable to me. I feel like the only time I truly felt kind of bad for him was the last park scene, because if I was pining over someone for almost 2 years and then they come back and tell me, oh, I just woke up and I knew what I didn't with you, I would die. If you come out of this movie thinking Summer was a total bitch for leading Tom on, I do not think that you got the whole message of the movie. Even Joseph Gordon-Levitt himself has stated, like, you should not look up to Tom. You shouldn't fall for a fantasy that you built up in your own head. Because I just know there are people out there who would argue like, oh, what if the roles were reversed and it was a woman pining over the man? We would be villainizing the man for leading her on, so why can't we hate Summer for leading Tom on? I would like to call BS on that because personally, for me, if the guy clearly stated that he was not looking for anything serious, the girl was projecting her fantasies onto him, if you are a longtime viewer of my videos, you know damn well I would be saying the exact same things. That the man needs better boundaries, the girl needs to stop being delusional, and that they need to break up sooner. I do not discriminate. If you are acting delusional, I will call you delusional. Plus, if the woman threw a fit like Tom did in this scene...
Well, you're not the only one that gets a say in this. I do too. And I say we're a couple. God damn it.
I would have totally been like, she is doing too much. I would even call my friends delusional if they were acting the same way Tom was acting. Because you know why? It's embarrassing. The way Tom was behaving, it's a little embarrassing, not gonna lie. I would not let my friends act like that, man or woman. Overall, I actually do end up liking this movie a lot more than I originally did, because this movie, yeah, it's definitely a movie that benefits from a second watch. I was able to understand it on a surface level, but thinking more about the movie afterwards and rewatching the scenes, it really helped me both solidify and change my thoughts and opinions. I also said that I wasn't really sure how I felt about the movie, and I couldn't explain why. It was just like a little gut feeling that was like, I don't know, it makes me feel a little uneasy, but I figured it out. It's because I saw myself in both Tom and Summer. Unfortunately, I have been in Tom's shoes where I felt like I was hopelessly desperate for someone who did not want to be with me, and I was also in Summer's shoes where I was with someone that I wasn't really sure where it was going, and then I ended up hurting them because I just took too long to figure it out. Watching both Tom and Summer go through what they did made me reflect back on those relationships, situationships or whatever, and it made me a little nauseous, not gonna lie. Like, I've already done a lot of reflecting upon those relationships and I didn't want to be reminded of them again. That's probably why I didn't think Tom and Summer were bad people. I didn't want to put too much judgment on people that I saw in myself. You know, like, I don't regret going through those experiences because it taught me what I wanted and didn't want in a relationship. But not gonna lie, not my proudest moments. I too was delusional once. It's a hard pill to swallow to admit that I am not perfect. Okay, all jokes aside, like I said, I still hold the opinion that they were both young, naive, inexperienced people who just happened to find themselves in a messy relationship. It's very human to have certain expectations and being disappointed on how it turns out. And it's okay to not know what you want. I mean, that's why you date. You gotta learn from these mistakes somehow. They honestly felt like real people going through a very real situation that a lot of people have experienced. Like myself. While I don't think that Summer was completely without some faults, I do understand why people villainize Tom because, you know, it wasn't Summer's job to validate his fantasies. As much as Tom wanted to victimize himself and throw himself a little pity party because Summer didn't want to be with him, he was responsible for his own emotions and expectations. Alright, that analysis was a lot longer than I thought it would take. I know that this is a little different from my usual videos because I usually don't do long analyses. This was kind of fun though. It's cool to like break out my routine sometimes, even if it took a little longer to get this video out. I've been so busy, I am so sorry. Plus, it was also kind of nice to like write out my thoughts. Like, I have paragraphs of what I was saying instead of just like, you know, thinking on the fly, which I usually do at the end of my videos, so I sound so much more coherent. Alright, back to Past Me. I don't know if I just delved too deeply into the topic, but what are your guys' thoughts of this movie? Let me know if I missed any points, if I glossed over anything. I feel like there's a lot more that I could definitely analyze, but honestly, I'm burning in my room right now. It's so hot, I'm so sweaty. I don't want to be on camera anymore. So if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you for the next video.